Hi, I want to welcome all of you today. I'm Miss Lummer, as you well know, and we're all here today because we're struggling a little bit with goal setting and achieving certain things. And I'd like to start by introducing ourselves, so when we're communicating we can call each other by name. So if you could.
Hi guys, I'm Mackenzie.
I'm Maddie.
I'm Miss Lummer.
I'm Sam.
I'm Josie.
I'm Gunner.
Okay, great. We've all volunteered to be here because some of us are struggling with setting some goals and attaining goals. So over the next 3 weeks, we're going to be looking at some of those barriers, and we're going to look at some successes that we have and some things that we still need to work on changing. Okay. So whenever we're talking about setting goals, we're talking about behavior modification, behavior change, right? Because change is hard for all of us. Even though we want to do something, we know it's best for us, sometimes we just really struggle getting that done. So we're going to see if we can come up with some steps and formats that might help us be successful in that, okay? So today, our purpose is to identify goal setting, and I have something written out for you. To set goals and choose a goal, to identify roadblocks to setting goals, choose a goal to set, and then increase self-esteem and reduce stress and procrastination by being able to set goals and attain them. So our question we're going to be looking at today is, why is setting goals important? And then also identify disadvantages to not setting goals. Okay? So that's going to be our focus where we're at. Okay, so I wanted to start with a short assessment. I'm going to pass that out to you. So we'll look at the rubric here in just a second together, and then I'll give you just a couple minutes to do that. So would anybody like to read the directions? Okay, go ahead.
The following statements are designed to assess your use of goals in your students in your studies and your life. Please mark the rating which best reflects your own experience for each item. Be as honest as you can in responding to these statements so that you can create a realistic picture of how you currently use goals to direct your learning and actions.
Okay, great. So go ahead and put your name at the top. I will just be reviewing these, and then I'll be giving them back to you in 2 weeks when we do another assessment and see if we've made any gains. Okay, so this is like a pre-assessment to see where we are with setting goals. So just read each one, and 1 is never or rarely, 2 is sometimes, 3 is often, and 4 is almost always you do these things. So read the statement and see how that applies to you, and then circle the appropriate answer. Okay, make sure you put your name at the top, please, and then you'll just hand them back to me. Okay, thank you. And I'll hold on to them, take a look at them, and then I will be giving them back to you. Okay, great, thank you. Okay. So one of the first things I want to do is I just want to take a minute, and I want you each to use your whiteboards and write down 2 or 3 things that you feel why setting goals are important. Okay, why do you think setting goals are important? So just 2 or 3 things. Okay, it looks like everybody's not finishing up. So Mackenzie, do you want to share one of the things of why you think it's important to set goals?
I just said it gives you something to aim for and helps you keep focused, because when you're focused and have a goal, you'll try everything to reach it.
Okay. And Gunnar, do you have something different than that?
Well, I put it gives you a relatively clear insight into your future, because if you've set a goal, you know what to anticipate and to expect in the few weeks or months that you set for your goal. And so I've said it gives you clear insight into your future.
Okay. And Josie?
I said that setting a goal keeps you reminded of what you need to do and keeps you on task.
Okay.
I said it teaches you hard work and dedication and makes you a better and stronger person. It also gives you something to look forward to at the end, like a reward.
Okay.
Because you achieve something.
Okay, great. Tim?
I said you might want to work harder to achieve.
Okay, so something's come on your mind. Okay, great. All right, so go ahead and erase those. And now if you could write down the statement or one or two things about what are disadvantages to not setting goals. Okay, Tim, what's something about?
You can become lazy.
Yeah, you can kind of, the thing, time just keeps passing you by, right? Okay, Josie?
I said that you can stay stagnant and you won't really improve.
Dolly O'Hannah, please report to the
Madison?
front office. Dolly
You're never
O'Hannah
making yourself
to
a
the
better
front office.
person. You're just kind of staying like the same
Okay.
and not moving.
Does that frustrate somebody when they're kind of the same? Like there's something burning inside you to change and you're like, oh,
It
okay.
gets boring.
Yeah, okay. Mackenzie?
I just said it doesn't give you anything to strive for, so procrastination easily can kick in.
Okay. And Gunnar?
If you don't set goals for yourself, once you're unable to reflect on the skills and the tasks you have accomplished in your past, if you don't set anything for yourself.
Okay, great. And I like the term you use skills, because really setting goals and changing behaviors does require a set of skills, because if we already had those skills, we wouldn't be struggling with it, right? So that's one thing that we want to address today. How can we build our skills for setting some goals and attaining them? Okay, great. Those are awesome. So I printed some articles out for you. This is from the Huffington Post, and it's on 10 successful steps in setting and attaining goals. I'd like you to refer to this during the week to help you kind of think about if you're struggling, some things that you might do. So I just want to go through kind of the main part. We don't have time to read through the whole thing because it is a short group. One is belief. The first thing is about believing that you can actually attain the goal that you're setting. 2 was visualizing, what do you want? What do you want from setting this goal? You know, is it something that is important enough for you to do that, okay? Get it down. Writing down your goals is a key to success, okay? Having it a visual in front of you, maybe like we're on phones now, so we can even put it on our phone where it pops up and reminds us every, couple hours, and okay, help us keep focused. Purpose, what is the purpose that you want to achieve this goal? What is the reason for doing this? Commit. It might sound obvious to you, but it's a step that has I know it's the biggest problem for me. Like one of my commitments is wanting to exercise more, and I do it for 2 weeks and then I get off. I do it for 2 weeks, but I don't write it down. I miss that step. That's something that, it's something that's important for me to have to do. So are you willing to really commit to the goal that you're writing down? Number 6 was stay focused, because that's what I know happens to me. Does that happen to you guys too? You're intense the first couple days, you told a bunch of people, and then people start asking you, you're kind of like, okay, yeah, well, sorry, I kind of lost my focus there, okay? So a plan of action, how are you going to accomplish that goal? And that's what we're going to write out here in just a few minutes. And then no time like the present. So instead of, you write your plan of action out, but don't start it on Monday, start it today. Let's start today with these 15 minutes. How are we going to start thinking and moving towards that? And then accountability. How are you gonna hold yourself accountable for that, okay? Telling another person, putting notes up around the house, little sticky notes maybe that can remind you in the bathroom or in your bedroom on your mirror, when you're fixing yourself in the morning, reminding you what you need to be working about. Setting a certain time and telling everybody in your house, at this time I need to be, doing my homework, or I need to be on the treadmill, or I need to be, talking to somebody, or whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. And then also you need to be reviewing those on a regular basis before you go to bed at night maybe. Review what your goals are so you wake up fresh in the morning and you're already ready to get this. So I'd like you to read through these throughout the week. We're going to talk some more about them next week when we meet. But what I want you to do right now is I want to go ahead and give you, this is called a SMART goal guide. And this is going to help us actually write out our goals that we're going to work on for this week. Okay, and the first part that's on the sheet here, Gunnar, do you mind reading the first thing there? What does it say?
The definition of a goal: the object of a person's ambition or effort, an aim or desired result. Synonyms: objective, aim, end, target, design, intention, intent, plan, purpose. And it gives a sentence example of going to law school has become the most important goal in his life.
Okay, cool. And then Madison, do you mind reading the next part?
Yeah. The process of identifying something that you want to accomplish and establishing measurable goals and time frames. When you decide on a financial change to save more money and then set a certain amount to save each month, this is an example of goal setting.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that was the definition of goal setting. And then in the end, what does it say in bold letters?
Change behavior.
Change in behavior, right? That's the key, that we have to change those behaviors. Okay, so in order to attain goals, SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound, okay? So who would like to read specific? What does that mean to be specific with your goal setting? Okay, go ahead, Mackenzie.
So specific says what exactly needs to be accomplished, who else will be involved, where will this take place, and why do I want to accomplish the goal.
Okay, and can somebody read measurable? Go ahead, Gunnar.
How will I know I've succeeded? How much change needs to occur? And how many accomplishments or actions will it take?
Okay, and then attainable, can somebody read attainable? Josie?
Do I have or can I get the resources needed to achieve the goal? Is the goal a reasonable stretch for me, neither out of reach nor too easy? Are the actions I plan to take likely to bring success?
Okay. Tim, do you mind reading relevant?
Is this a worthwhile goal for me right now? Is it meaningful to me or just something others think I should do? Would it delay or prevent me from achieving a more important goal? Am I willing to commit to achieving this goal?
Yeah, and I think that's really important. If you're doing a goal for yourself, you're going to be much more successful. If you're doing it because you think you need to fit in or somebody else thinks you need to do it, it's not going to be very successful for you, okay? Time bound, do you mind?
What is the deadline for reaching the goal? When do I need to take action, and what can I do today?
Okay, great. All right, so you're going to keep those in mind and go over to the next page. And I have an outline for you here in order for you to write down what your goal is. So what do you want to accomplish? So right now today for this session, that's what I want you to do is I want you to write down what you want to accomplish, okay? So what is the goal that you really want to work on? Be specific, okay? So I'm going to write my goal. Okay, so what I want you to do is work on tonight is I want you to finish filling out the details of that. And so does anybody want to share their goal that they're working on for accountability? Do you feel like you want to keep it to yourself? How do you feel? I'll share mine. My goal is going to be to exercise 45 minutes a day, 5 times a week. So by the time we meet next time, I have to have 45 minutes, whatever type of exercise, treadmill, walking, weights, combination, is what I'm going to commit to. And then I'm going to write down how I'm going to make that measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. Okay, and then we can share out those and how successful we were next week. Would anybody else like to share their goal, or do you want to wait? Gunnar?
My goal is to manage my time and know how to split up my various tasks that I do in and outside of school evenly throughout the week, so I won't be left with everything done at the end of the week.
Okay, so doing things in smaller chunks, so at the end of the week it's done and you can relax instead of waiting until Friday night and you're like,
Yeah, I'm being all
Thursday."
stressed, yeah.
Okay, cool. Anybody else? Tim?
Like stop procrastinating, like instead of taking a nap when I get home, start the homework.
Okay, so yours is waiting too long to get your homework done, and you're going to set a time maybe to do that? Okay, so that's where you'll get here, like, how's that measurable, attainable? So you're going to get some accountability with setting a time. Okay, Madison?
Stop stressing out so much. Just take a deep breath and conquer a task at a time.
Okay, so you get overwhelmed when a lot of things have to happen,
Yeah.
so you need to maybe break them into smaller chunks too?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just said not to be afraid to speak my mind, like whether I'm in class or
Okay, so you feel like you hold back some and maybe that cheats you from your experience? Okay, great. Make sure when you do that you can see how that's measurable, attainable, okay? All right, so you guys are going to work on that throughout the week, and then we'll meet back next Monday. What I want to do before we leave, I want you all to write on your board, actually, comma, I can, and then I want you to write your goal that you're going to try to attain. So I can And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you hold this up, and then I'm going to take a picture of you and I'm going to send it to you on your email, so you can maybe put that on your phone or even your screensaver or something. Just write whatever it is that your goal that you're trying to accomplish. So yours is, I can change procrastination, okay? Or I can, do better time management to reduce procrastination, something like that, okay? All right, any questions for me for what we need to do for this week? Everybody feel good? Okay. All right, so we can reach out to each other within the group. When we're in groups, we want to make sure that we kind of keep it within our group members too, so we feel safe and we don't feel like sometimes we're embarrassed when other people know. So we want to feel safe. So you're welcome to come talk to me anytime. You can talk to the people in the group, but let's keep it, confidential within our group, unless, other people, you're with them and they're talking about it and then you don't mind sharing. But it's not for us to share other people's stuff, okay? So we need to make sure that we make everybody feel safe, okay? All right, and we'll meet back here. I'm going to go ahead and close out. I'll start taking your pictures, and then I'll be emailing those to you, and then we'll meet back here next week. Okay, cool. Great. Thank you.